Britt Baker gone from AEW, being the first ever woman to be signed to the company don't mean anything. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The streets is talking. Tony Khan is tired of her shit. She had a lot of backstage stuff going on. She just broke up with Adam Cole a couple months ago. It's not looking good in the streets for Britt Baker. Let's talk about it in her AEW status. It's Marquel's World. Let's talk about it. We are on. Let's get our sources out. Let's get our sources out. We are out at Cultaholic. Report Britt Baker gone from AEW TV after Tony Khan becomes fed up. Enough. That is the headlines, boo. That is the headlines. It looks like our girl Britt Baker, she was a staple of the AEW women's roster. You have to keep in mind, like I just said, she was the first ever woman to be signed to AEW, the company. And this is a shame. We heard about this for a while now that there was some backstage drama, some he said, she said. That's been going on with AEW for a while now. We've been hearing the he said, she said, and the high school shit. But let's talk. Let's read the article. Tony Khan has become so fed up with Britt Baker that she is currently not being booked on All Elite Wrestling TV. So he is done with her, honey. He's saying at this point, I don't want you to be on my program. I don't have anything for you. You can stick to being a dentist, honey. You can stick to being a dentist, honey. That is what Tony Khan allegedly is thinking about Britt Baker. According to a report from PW Torch Wade Keller on his hotline. Child, this is straight off his hotline, baby. Keller stated there is a lot of frustrations with Baker in AEW, and she has allegedly become increasingly difficult to work with. Child, here we go again with this. She is difficult to work with. The last time we heard this, we heard there was something going on with MJF and his girlfriend Alicia, and she was backstage talking to the girls, Britt Baker. Child, that MGF match was all right, honey. It wasn't all that. It wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. And then Alicia was backstage amongst allegedly the other girls listening to Britt Baker telling the women how MJF's match could have been a little bit better. It was reported allegedly that MJF and Britt Baker, they were really close at one point, but they fell off, and that's why Britt Baker allegedly was talking, saying, yeah, he could have done a little bit better. I've seen him done better. And Alicia was in the background, and she ran and told her boyfriend MJF, and that's when Britt Baker, the following week, allegedly, she said, girl, bye. You can't say that shit in my face. You got to run back, girl talk, and run and tell your man. And then allegedly MJF confronted her, yelled at her, hit the wall. This was something a couple months ago. That's when we first heard the rumors that she was difficult. Then we heard rumors about Britt Baker when she broke up, or when there was that mutual breakup with Adam Cole and her. We heard that, and a lot of people were saying she was difficult then, allegedly, when the breakup was being reported, saying that she's not the easiest girl to be with. Yeah, that's what they were saying. She was not the easiest girl to be with. So she was difficult then. So she has this narrative for a while now that she's difficult, but child, it ends it up costing her job. I don't know about this. I do not know about this, y'all. Like this video if you have not on YouTube. Please sub. I post at least 3 times a week wrestling gossip. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you believe this shit is true? I don't know if this is true. But let's continue. Let's continue. Again, she was the first woman signed to that company. Give her a little fucking respect. Keller stated that there's a lot of frustration with there was reportedly another minor incident in recent months that became the straw that broke the camel's back, child, for AEW deciding not to book the former women's world champion. Okay, here's a quote. She might be done with AEW, at least. The feeling I'm getting from talking to people in AEW. Okay, they got some sources, some people in AEW. They telling, they like, we ain't seen Britt Baker in a minute, y'all. She ain't been showing up. People in AEW is Tony Khan might have her in the same category as some other wrestlers where they just don't get phone calls. Ricky Starks, is that one of the wrestlers? I mean, no shade, no shade. Doesn't seem like Ricky Starks has been getting any phone calls. He's been at the indie scenes and don't get called in to show up. There's a lot of frustrations with her. I'm told, and I've heard this pretty consistently, she's wildly unpopular in the women's locker room. I thought they were going to say unpopular wrestler. I'm about to say, okay, now this is something personal. This is a vendetta against her. That's some straight up bullshit. But no, they're saying that a lot of the women don't like her. One person said no one ever wants to see her come back. Speaking, oh wow, no one ever wants to see her come back. Speaking of the women's locker room, now that is a bold, broad statement. I can imagine somebody on social media going, "I am a women's wrestler in AEW, and I want her back." Okay, fair enough, but I'm just telling you, somebody's perception is nobody wants her back. Oh wow, that's how bad it is. Someone is willing to tell me that Keller began. Okay, I don't know who Keller is or the sources that he allegedly knows, but from that, he has some source backstage. Allegedly, the women do not miss Britt Baker. They are happy that she's not being booked. They are moving on. I mean, I do know there was some drama with her and Thunder Rosa, what, maybe 2 years ago, and there were women picking sides. We are Team Thunder Rosa. We are Team Britt Baker. So we do know there was drama before with Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa, and then we have the Adam Cole and her breaking up, and then we have the MJF and Alicia Toot. So we have some incidents with her that have been reported. So now this is some new tea. This is some new tea for me. That the women's locker room actually are I would say almost boycotting her coming back, but are actually supportive of her not showing back up to the AEW locker room. So that's some surprising news. Could I see Willow being that petty? I thought she was supposed to be a positive, upbeat kind of woman. I thought that wasn't just the gimmick. I thought that was part of her natural personality in real life. So I don't know if this is true. Mercedes Monet, I don't know if she would be part of this. I think she has so much going on that she could care less about a Britt Baker and what's going on and if she returns or not. They already did have that match last year. What was in All In? So them two did face each other. But I don't know. Mercedes Monet would be thinking the CEO. She's booked and busy. She was just at the Sherry Shepherd show. So I don't believe this. I don't believe this for 1 second that Mabu, the CEO, is thinking about Britt Baker. So Cultaholic, good source. Sometimes I am seen on X as well. My favorites. Yes, the people love to talk on X. How people are talking about Britt Baker actually being gone. There was recently a little update. There was a little update from Figure 4 Online. Figure 4 Online did note Britt Breaker rumors blown way out of proportion, according to multiple people. So, what we just read, this was an update 2 hours ago. This was reported 13 hours ago, a couple hours ago from this source on the website. They are saying it is blown out of proportion. There are some people that were talking and just saying right now they just don't have a mutual agreement and with creative, but it's all good. It's all good according to this source. Reports that Britt Baker might be done with AEW appear to be blown way out of proportion, says our own Brian Elivers. Baker says with the company drew hotlines on Monday following reports that she is widely unpopular in the AEW's locker room. And Tony Khan may not be interested in bringing her back. Uh, Votes wrote to his subscribers on X. From talking to multiple people within AEW, the Britt Baker stories all over the internet today appear to be blown way out of proportion. She's not being used, and there don't appear to be any imminent plans, but there's nothing to her being finished with the company. So this is good news if you're a Britt Baker fan that, hey, she is going to stay with AEW. Again, she's the first ever woman signed to that company. Would they really treat her like this? Someone that is been part of the foundation. She is part of the foundation of AEW in that women's locker room. So would they really disrespect her like this and kick her out like that? And to the point where the other women are happy she's gone? I just don't see that. I just don't see that. But we gossip here on Marquel's World at least 3 times a week, pro wrestling news. Again, please like this video on YouTube, Marquel's World. I'm also Marquel's World on TikTok. Red Note, and X, Marquelworld. So follow, follow, follow. Britt Baker, are we tired of this AEW drama? Do we want to stop hearing about it? And hey, 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 Sami Zayn. Oh, Sami Zayn is who I'm wearing tonight. So, Sammy. So, um, what do we think? I am wishing her the best. I'm so tired of hearing about this drama with her, but we shall see. We shall see. Life update. It is Monday, and tomorrow, Tuesday, is going to be in the negatives here in Michigan. It's going to be very cold. So those that are in a cold climate, please remain safe. I'm okay. I had today off. I slept a lot. I was very tired. I slept a lot, but I'm here. I'm recording. I hope all is well. Those that already support me, thank you. I'm here. Happy Monday. But this is Markel's World. All things pro wrestling news and my life. Sub to the YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.